Hello again and welcome. This is Robert Schein, Managing Director and Partner of Blanke Schein Wealth Management. Thank you for joining us April 2nd of our Friday Insights edition. Today we're going to discuss the proposed Biden's new infrastructure plan. Now, if you're following along with our YouTube channel or daily updates or weekly updates, if you will, for Blanke Schein Wealth Management, we appreciate that. Feel free, share it with friends and family. In my earlier editions, I talked about the proposed $4 trillion for Biden's bill. And that's what was the original design, and that was the original proposal. But yesterday, President Biden just announced a reduced version of that of only $2.3 trillion. Now, Robert, wait a minute. How could you be so far off? You know, that's about $1.17 trillion off of that plan. Not so fast. In fact, what they did in Washington, they went through and they said, wait a minute, the $4 trillion is going to be hard to do because there's some things in terms of changing tax code that they want to get passed. So what they did is they took the four, they divided it into two bills. So you're going to see the infrastructure bill proposed, which is what I just said, at $2.3 trillion, right? That's their opening bid. And the next one behind it, yes, you heard me right. There is talk in Washington that there's going to be a Family Cares Plan Act, if you will, whatever they come up with the name of it, of a $2 trillion plus. So if you add that one with the one to come, if this one passes, if and when, that's more than $4 trillion. So there's your $4 trillion. If you're following along, just want to keep me honest. I appreciate it, but we're also paying close attention to this. Why does this matter? Why do we pay attention to this? Because at the end of the day, when we're managing our clients' assets and investing in portfolios, we always want to look at follow the money, right? Follow the Federal Reserve and how they are supporting and being the backstop to liquidity in the markets, as well as just supporting all of the trillions of dollars of aid, and plus in Washington, follow the money. Because this money, and we'll talk about the probability of it being passed, and we believe it will be in some form or another, has proposals of transportation, manufacturing, job creation, housing, buildings, and utilities all built in, with a whole bunch of proposals with billions built in, right? $620 billion for transportation. That means roads, bridges, and highways. Gosh, if I could open up a concrete company right now, I certainly would, because could you imagine getting just a fraction of that? So the whole idea is to rebuild America, and you and I can agree that there's a lot of infrastructure that does need this. So this is long overdue, and this is carryover over the two previous administrations that thought about doing it, wanted to do it, and just quite couldn't have the political gravitas or the stars aligned in Congress to make it happen. Now, will this pass? The chances are yes. However, there's a caveat. They only have one opportunity at budget reconciliation. They can use it one time. Will this pass without bipartisan support? Well, that's where the battle's going to come in, because there's tax hikes built in to offset this, and there's also some pet projects built in. So the moderate Democrats really are ruling the day right now, the Joe Manchins of West Virginia, who really don't want to increase the federal budget too much because they're fiscally conservative, if you will, are going to sort of dig in. We believe they're going to dig in and really slow this process down so it's not going to be passed with bipartisan support. But the White House needs this because they only have one other trump card. If they don't have bipartisan support on this bill, they then have to go to budget reconciliation. They can only use it one time for the remainder of the year. Now, we go into 2022, things can change in Congress. And now you're also going to have, wait a minute, how could you possibly think about raising taxes to offset this proposal, which would be built and baked in, raising corporate taxes back to 27, 28%, who knows where they land, for where the 2017 Trump tax code actually dropped them down. S&P is already, and the markets have already factored that in. So that's not going to be a big disruption, if you will, from sort of earnings on a go-forward basis and price to earnings ratios. So the markets will digest a higher tax code. In fact, they never really thought that the Trump tax code would stick for corporate America. They always thought the 27, 28 range would be okay. So our investments are going to be okay there as it relates to basically pricing forward earnings on the S&P 500. But, raising interest or raising taxes, if you will, in a ailing economy right now, when the Federal Reserve is trying to keep interest rates low and be a backstop and provide the liquidity and really get the U.S. economy geared up on all cylinders again and working on that unemployment rate, which is stubbornly high. And hopefully today on this Friday, we got a blowout jobs number. That being said, it all remains to be seen. So this is the horse trading we're going to follow. Again, why this matters to you, why this matters to our clients here at Blanke Schein Wealth Management is we follow the money. We then, like $174 billion in EV. What's that, Robert? It's electric vehicles, right? So anything on the tree as it relates to electric vehicles or clean energy on a go-forward basis, that becomes very interesting to take a look at as we go about and think about adding in new sort of portfolio ideas, okay? So this can't be ignored. This number can't be ignored, and that number can't be ignored, because what happens is that finds its way into the U.S. economy, U.S. corporations, those balance sheets. Earnings rise. When earnings rise, then the stock price rises. So we will be paying attention to it closely. We'll be discussing this in our investment committee. Again, Stephanie Link is a great addition as a strategic partner to Blanke Schein Wealth Management, and she's got a lot of great ideas as we think about and shaping our client portfolios on a go-forward basis. So that's our Friday Insights edition. I really appreciate everyone. Everyone stay happy, healthy, safe. Blessings to everyone over Passover and Easter this weekend. And you know what? Just enjoy the family and spend some time out there, maybe getting outside, because I think spring is here. Take care. Have a great day.